Today we're trying the squiggly knife cut style noodles from Trader Joe's.
It's so squiggly.
Yeah, it's quite squiggly. Look at that. Cheers.
I like the texture, but I don't taste any spice. It actually tastes really good. It's very flavorful.
Yeah, I actually like the noodles a lot. Probably would rebuy it.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely taste the sesame, the garlic, kind of like basically everything that's listed in the name. For me, there's a slight like 0.5 level of spice, like a little bit of numbing on the tongue, but it's very, very mild. I'm talking like 0.5. You could drink this. It's like gamma and then half that spice. Husband and wife attend a wedding. It's about a smaller size wedding. One of his good friends. About 70 people at the wedding. Open bar. Drinks start coming out. They go to the reception. Bottles of wine on the table. They're like, they have a good amount of drink. A little buzz, slightly on the drunk side, like ready to eat at this point, right? They bring out the food buffet style, so it's on trays in the middle, and they start calling out tables to go get the food, right? The in-laws are the first ones to get to go up, and the guy notices that the in-laws are, his words, like on the bigger side. So in-laws, they're getting their food and they're like piling it on at this point. And the guy's like, whoa, like, hope there's enough for all of us. And even before they finish calling all the tables, the first table is already going back for refills for seconds. And he's like starting to worry at this point. And by the time he gets to his table, the last like 30 people-ish, there's no food left. And they're like fighting for scraps at this point. Him and his buddies, the people at his table, they go back to their table and they're still hungry. And they're just talking and they're like kind of mad and, trash talking the first table. And they finally they're like, you know what? Let's get some pizzas. So they call up a pizza joint and they order 4 large pizzas. Soon the other people who are hungry come over and they're like, oh, hey, can we get it on this pizza? And then the groom notices it and he's like, what's going on? He explains like, oh, we're super hungry. There's no food left. Like we really want to eat. So we ordered some pizzas. And the groom goes, my wife's kind of not happy about this. This is ruining the aesthetics of what the wedding should look like. You have boxes of pizza. Apparently, at one point, one of the in-laws comes over and says like, hey, can I have one of your pizzas? And there's 2 pieces of pizza left. And so he asks everyone at the table, like, hey, do you guys want the pizza? And they all say no. So he takes the 2 pieces and he puts them on his own plate. Not the in-law. This is the writer, the OP. And he eats it in the guy's face. And he's like, you guys are the reason why we have to order this pizza. There's no way I'm going to give you a single slice. AITA for ordering pizza at my friend's wedding, and AITA for what he said to that man.
Yes. YTA.
YTA for which?
Both. I mean, I think one, it's very rude, regardless of how hungry you are. If anything, they should have like had a separate conversation with the bride and groom first. Like, oh, like the food actually ran out. There's like a problem with the kitchen. Like they underestimated the amount of food needed for like buffet style.
So the in-laws are the one who actually order the food, and that's why they felt they had the right to eat as much of it as they want. That's why they were going back for seconds even before everyone was
This
called.
doesn't really change anything. Like, I mean, do I think that it's in good taste that you go back for seconds before everyone else has had a turn at the buffet table? No. But do I think that it's still YTA for the other party to order pizza to a wedding that they're invited to just because the food ran out? I also think so.
Imagine you had a bunch of alcohol to drink, and it's like, not settled in your stomach. You need something to like kind
Okay,
of
well, you're not the
sober you
guest
up.
of honor. You could go to In-N-Out and come back or something.
Later finds out that that man is actually the father of the bride,
Who's the father of
the
the
one who
bride?
asked for pizza.
Oh, okay.
At this point, the bride actually asks him to leave the wedding.
Yeah, I
And
think it's disrespectful.
approximately about 30 people end up leaving the wedding though early because they're so hungry because there's no food.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a combination of poor event planning, but it doesn't change the fact that you're a rude guest.
Let me just say that I agree with you. Kind of like it's like almost shameful to in my opinion, to the bride and groom, right? Because they're like, oh crap, I didn't feed my guests enough. For me, at least, it'd be really shameful if I hosted a party and people were going home hungry. So if you were at my place and I didn't have enough food, I want you to talk to me, and I will go DoorDash, Uber, whatever you need to get food over here so that everyone's happy at that point. At this point, it looks like some attendee was like took it upon himself to like get food for everyone when it really is technically the job of the host.
I've heard of stories where like the bar runs out and then people take it upon themselves to like order more alcohol, I don't think it's appropriate.
What's your guess on what Reddit thinks?
I mean, Reddit is Reddit. I would say NTA. Reddit would probably be like, what kind of event is that would like have you go there and then not feed you? That's terrible.
They were more like, "Oh, you sound like the life of the party. I would want to sit at your table," type thing. And I'm just like,
As
considerate
a
of.
guest, especially like not being related to the main guest of honor, the bride and groom, or not being like part of the bridal party, your job is to just celebrate the bride and groom and be as invisible as possible. Like you're not supposed to draw attention to yourself. Your job is to just say like, "Hi, congratulations, we're so happy for you," and move along.
I agree with you. I think we're on the same page on this one, but I knew you'd have semi-strong feelings, which is why I asked you about this
Yes.
one. Because you can watch the replay on this one. You were like, episode 8.
Bye.